Hey there, food lovers and cooking friends. Today it's Mediterranean cuisine and we're going to make a delicious shellfish casserole. And this is one of my favorite foods, my friends. So we're going to have a quick look on our ingredients. We need 2 bell peppers. What we also need is sun-dried tomatoes in oil. We're going to use the oil as well. Here we got these spring onions. We got 2 celery sticks. We got a handful of black olives. We got about 500 grams of baby tomatoes, lemon for the plating. We got a bit of fresh ginger root. There's not a lot of spices in there, but there are some particular spices here. We're going to use some grains of Selim. Grains of Selim is a fake pepper. It really has a very complex flavor. And we also got some cubeb pepper. This is a lovely pepper with a nice citrusy background note, perfect for seafood. And we also got 4 cardamom pits. We're going to keep them whole. 2 dried hibiscus flower. This is going to give us a little note of à la Provençal. And here we got some lovely chillies. These are Perle rosse di Calabria. On the heat scale it's about 4 or 5 out of 10. So it's not a very hot one, but it adds some very nice flavors to our dish. We got about 6 garlic cloves. We're going to use some Himalayan Pink Salt. We're just going to use 1 teaspoon to start with. We got 2 bay leaves. We got some beautiful fresh thyme here, some rosemary, and we got some chervil. We're going to put the stems in our casserole, but we're going to chop the leaves and add them at the end on the plating. Now let's move to the shellfish we need. You can use a squid or you can use octopus tentacles. Here we got some smaller squid. Ask your fishmonger to clean them, it's much more easier. We got these langoustines, also called Norway lobster, and also these beautiful prawns. And we got 2 types of clams. You can choose any type of clam you like. Check out that they're still alive. If you find some shells that are open, put some pressure on them. If they open again, it means they are dead and you have to throw them away. Of course, clean all your shellfish on the cold running water. I'm going to use one of my clay pots, but for this recipe you can use any kind of cooking pot you like. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to use the oil of the sun-dried tomatoes. You add about 4 to 5 tablespoons in there. You're going to add the thyme and the rosemary, the bay leaves, the stems of the chervil, the celery leaves, the cloves and the black olives. A teaspoon of Himalayan Pink Salt, the grains of Selim, the cubeb peppers, the cardamom pods, the hibiscus flower, gives a very nice fresh background note, and of course we got our chilies, Perle rosse di Calabria. We're going to add our tentacles and the smaller squid, baby tomatoes, and we're just going to add all the rest of our veggies. And of course the sun-dried tomatoes. We're going to pour a little bit more oil on the rest of the vegetables and we're going to mix it all up. And guess what I almost forgot, my friends, is the ginger. So we're going to put these slices on the side. I'm using the larger burner of my stove and I'm going to start up with a medium heat for 5 minutes and then I'm going to set the heat on low. And I'm going to check it out in 1 hour. We're 1.5 hours later. Cooking with the clay pot takes a little bit more time, but this looks very nice. So we're going to do our next step. We're going to add the prawns and I'm leaving the heads on because this is going to add a lot of flavor to our dish. Now we're going to add the clams. And on top of that we got our langoustines. So the little bit of seawater that still is in the clams is also going to get into the sauce, and that's going to boost the saltiness and also give us a very nice seafood flavor. And in our clay pot this is going to take another 15 to 20 minutes. And that's going to give us a little bit of time to heat up our water and to cook my spaghetti al dente. Ah, look at that. That is very nice. They are all very well done. I can serve it as it is, but you can also give it a final touch. And I'm going to show you how we're going to find our tentacles. A little bit of olive oil in our frying pan. We're just going to fry them lightly with the squid. Turn around. That's not even 30 seconds each side. This is really one of my favorite foods. I can eat this the whole year through. Mediterranean shellfish casserole, here you go. I hope you enjoyed the video and it was useful for you. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and hit that bell. It's a great motivation for me. And as this story ends, my dear friends, all that's left to say, bon appetit and see you back soon.